All right. It's that time again. It's time to get back into DWM. Oh, yeah. Okay, so a couple things. We did a live stream like a late night, Saturday night, about 2 days ago. Switching from Hyperland to DWM. Now, DWM's been like my rock ever since probably 2-3 years ago. Someone introduced me to it because essentially you compile up everything into one binary, you launch it, and it just works. It is perfect in the way that you just can't break because there's no configuration. Once it's compiled and it's working, it can never be not working, essentially. I mean, it's just that. So I'm looking through and I'm like, how do I make this available for everyone? That's the problem with DWM, is it's not very accessible. And there's a lot of projects that like, well, I'll make a configuration, I'll do all this other stuff. And it just takes away from the original, keep it stupid simple and make a very, very simple DWM. So I think what we'll do is look at converting and making the setup script available for everyone. Someone even mentioned color schemes because I know Nord isn't everyone's flavor. So especially with Omarchy, God, that has like a gajillion different color schemes. So I might look at that. And then we also need, oh geez, color scheme. And then probably, I mean, I'm gonna probably, a lot of people don't understand how cool X screensaver is. They think of Xorg and they think of Legacy and they think it's not very cool. I'm about to show you something today that will blow your mind. It is absolutely amazing. The best screensaver, knocks everything else out of the park. And it'll hit you with some nostalgia vibes. If you're from the 90s, you'll get it. If you're not, you're still gonna think it's freaking cool because it's just such an awesome screensaver. So I can't wait to show you that. And yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I think this will be good. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Here we go. So let's just see here. Whoo. Yeah, we're going places too with the setup. The stream is not done. We might go through a couple different iterations. That was just what I've been setting up this last Friday. So, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I think we can even make the intro even better. I can't wait for that. But the first thing I want to do, like a lot of people don't like my jank quick little status. So last night, I didn't stream it, but I went ahead and kind of upgraded SL status a little bit. So I am going to kind of bring that into the fold really fast. And I don't want to relaunch DWM, so let's just pkill SL status. And let's go no hup. No hang up signal is what no hup stands for. So no hup's pretty cool. We'll just do that with an SL status, ampersand. Boom. I forgot to do my commits. I did, didn't I? Ah. Dang it. All right, well. Let's just throw that back. What? No, I'll work on that a little bit more. Anyways, let's try that one more time. Where's that no hub status? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to clean this up a little bit because a lot of people probably didn't like how it was just text. So I added a couple more emojis, little divider. It should be sufficient for most people. Yeah, there we go. Nord and Capuchin are the only themes. I kind of agree with you there, Panda. We'll probably throw like a weird one in there, like Dracula, or we could do some other stuff too. Where are you with the project you're working on the other night? Razzle, you're gonna have to be more specific. I have like 60 different projects. Group box. Yeah, group box isn't bad. Tomorrow night color palette. All right, all right. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, with the Walker stuff. So I think essentially what we'll do is Rofi. So there's Rofi right here, but what we worked on the other night on Saturday, for those that didn't catch the emergency late night stream, we did a bindings thing that pulls everything in. So I really liked how Omarchy did that with how they set it up with Walker. I don't think we'll use Walker. It's kind of a heavy program and there's a lot of dependencies. And the idea with the DWM setup is just keep it very simple, very minimal, and then just pull in the features and things Omarchy has done. Now, having said that, we can't just copy them because it's all built for Wayland. There's so many little nuances to it. And the idea is just to take the idea of it and then bring it over and just institute it in a very minimal way. And that's the big thing. So the idea is we'll have all the key bindings. Right now it's on mod key H, but we can change that up. The audio, I think we will take, actually. Now that you mentioned that, I think we'll grab the audio as well. All right, good to hear, Coding. Godspeed. What are you going to go with for the first run at it, Coding? Have you seen Google's going to go back block side loading? Yeah. Only a matter of time. Are you going to go with TUI for tools or standard GUI tools? We have a couple options. For audio, since it was brought up earlier, typically you would just do like a Pavu control, and then you'd do all the audio here. Now, having said that, we could bind this to a certain key. We could make it to where like maybe you click the volume button and then it just pops up. We could... a bunch of different ways I could go here. We could also pull in the shell script that I think DHH uses in Omarchy and then just convert that. I've done it several times in the past. It will be Debian 13 as I value stability and reliability. Nice. Oh, it was, wasn't it? Did I overwrite that? Oh, thank you for... let's go ZDWM. Let's go NVim, and let's look at this. Okay. I think I will remove all the XSet stuff because we're going to do like a screensaver, and we'll make all that monitored by X screensaver as well. Layout main, not really needed, but that's fine. Also, I think what we'll do for, we're going to honor more of a default using XDG for like the terminal command and such. So instead of specifying ghosty, I think what we'll end up doing is like an XDG open terminal. Which if we look, what is the command to open default terminal with XDG?
All right. XDG terminal, but most systems is not standardized like XDG open. You can still use XDG open like this. So if we're right here, let's pull up a terminal. So if we open terminal, I don't think that works actually. Because I want to set up like we did our browser, because right now we're using XDG open HTTPS. So we might store it in term or set by the desktop environment. So we might need to set up. So the idea here is we set all the values for like all the defaults to using XDG standards. And then we have like a configuration script to set all those standards. And that way, no matter what they do, it will, you don't need to change like some kind of hacky configuration. It'll just be like, hey, my default browser's this, and it'll just always open up that browser. My default terminal is this, or if they install a new one, it'll just automatically switch over if they reset the defaults. I think that's the way to go. If Xorg stopped working, what are you gonna do? Like, how's it gonna stop working? It's been going for 20 years and it works better than Wayland. You know? I'm just saying. Like, that's the thing, and it's all open source at the end of the day, so it's like... There always will be a way. That's the beauty of Linux. You can't kill things in Linux. There's always going to be some autistic person that picks it up and does it. It's going to be great. So let's go. Did I do mod key H for that? Where did I put that? I put it right here. Do we have XK_H? Focus stack is a K and J. So we probably should do now. Mod key shift H is that. What about these move stacks? Oh, yeah, we're moving the stack. So if you had two side by side and you did, yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have a conflict here. It was a late night, so let's change that. What should I make it? Mod slash? Yeah, we could do a slash, I think. Something like that. Ooh, I don't know if that'll work. Let's see. DWM hotkey / XK. Yeah. It says slash, is it? But I don't know how accurate that is. Let's give it a whirl. All right, that's fine. Yeah, so like I saw all the arguments online. Let's talk a little bit about this. I saw all the arguments online about Wayland and Xorg. Specifically, people saying Wayland is the future and it's the new thing. Well, Wayland's almost 20 years old now, guys. and it still sucks. Like, for real. Like, the only thing Wayland has going for it is maybe scaling, and like, I mean, even Xorg has high res support. And then some people are saying, oh, I have screen tearing on Xorg, that's why I moved to Wayland. You can configure screen, you got tear free, you have old archaic Xorg Intel drivers that people run that sometimes gives them tearing. There's ways to fix tearing in Xorg. It's just a skill issue where that's not really a thing. So I'm kind of like, I'm struggling to understand why Wayland. If it's still buggy and it's super heavy compared to Xorg, like there's just no standardized method on all the Wayland. Like every freaking Wayland iteration is just done completely differently. Maybe it's just there's no good implementations of Wayland. Maybe just everyone from GNOME, KDE, Hyperland, and everyone just sucks, and they just aren't good with Wayland, and they just don't understand the genius of it. I don't know. All I can tell you is it doesn't work very well. And I only run into problems where Xorg doesn't give me any. And at the end of the day, I don't care about the politics of each project and all this other crap. All I care about is, does my system work? Is it reliable? And the fact of the matter is, it isn't on Wayland and it is on Xorg. Full stop. And the whole Wayland's the future, oh, everyone's going to move to Wayland. They've been saying this for over a decade now. If it was going to happen, it would have happened. It's not. I'm tired of waiting. And them just forcing it down people's throats and saying, we're just going to remove Xorg packages and force people to use Wayland. It's just going to force people to use a different distribution if they do that. Or they'll just sideload, or they can just add any repo they want. It's not going to go away. That's not how it works in Linux. It just doesn't. I mean, some people are running Linux kernels that are over a decade old. So the fact of the matter is, it will not just disappear. So that's the fact of the matter, as I see it. It's just so bloated though, and there's not any consistency with Wayland. That's the problem. Everyone's iteration of Wayland and how it's done and what compositor they're using. I mean, Xorg is so simple because everyone kind of knows it. The compositors are typically all just PyCom. And when you do Wayland, everyone does the compositor a little differently. Like, I remember Vaxry got mad at me because I kept calling Hyperland a window manager. He's like, it's not a window manager, it's a compositor. Well, Vaxry, I can say right now, I kept getting bleed through with your shitty compositor. I don't get that with PyCom in Xorg. Just saying. I appreciate Vaxry though. Don't take that as that. I've just seen too many posts of people saying, why is anybody using Xorg and why not just use Wayland because it's the new hotness? And the fact of the matter is, I get bleed through. It's super heavy. There's just tons of different applications, whether that's, you have WL Randar, you have all these other things, and there's all these different incarnations of it from a compositing standpoint. Whether you're using Sway, Hyperland, KDE, GNOME iterations of Wayland, they all do it a little different. Where Xorg just kind of works. I don't know, man. I look at it and I'm like, I just don't see it. I don't see the future of Wayland anymore. I think we've been lied to. I think we've been sold a false bag of goods, so to speak, from Red Hat. Red Hat has been shilling Wayland for 10 years, and you either put up or shut up. And guess what? It's all talk at this point. Yeah. Can you add a force pause updates button to your tool? Just use sortums right now. So if you're not sure, if you're an old Windows peasant, here, let me give you this. Use the update blocker. Right now, it sort of creates a service in the background that essentially blocks Windows Update. When I block Windows Update, I don't like any running services running in the background. And Windows just keeps kind of re-enabling itself and repairing its Windows Update when I break it. And I don't want to break it for good, so that's why I would recommend probably Sortums right now. I got to relook at that and figure out a better way of disabling updates permanently. I just don't like people doing permanent updates disables. It's just, I know they're having that whole, hey, we're blowing up your NVMe drives and SSD drives problem right now. But anyway, just use that for the time being. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear, Godin. Did you see the update that broke SSDs? I mean, I'm still kind of skeptical on that. A lot of people say it's definitely a thing, though. So I'm like, okay. I know one of the official manufacturers of the Windows Update that broke things came out and said one of them was a false statement. So I don't know if it's drama farming or not, whether or not that's a legitimate thing. I haven't seen anything on my end, though. Phoenix says, I get there's probably better architecture, but it's not improving the life of your average user. See, I think that this is it. If you've ever coded before, you got to know the difference. What's the end user experience? And in my experience, Wayland, I have no doubt, is better architecture. I have no doubt the code base looks way better. It's not some wacky Frankenstein contraption like Xorg is. But the fact is, it just doesn't work as well. The end user experience isn't an improvement. If anything, it's a worse experience. So yeah. Jay's 2 cents repoed the bug. Okay, I gotta check out his video on that. If he repoed it and broke his SSD, then yeah. That's pretty wild. I can't believe Windows is still pushing that out. Well, I can. It's Microsoft. So you got your Exo server, you got your compositor over here, you got your clients, and then you got your KMS. Okay. And then Wayland. Yeah. So you have more direct rendering under Wayland. I get it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the improvement from being on Wayland. That's the problem. Didn't actually tie it to a particular Windows update. He just demonstrated he had an SSD producing similar problems. Wow, okay. Quick question. Why do you use Google Chrome and not something like Chromium? Thanks. I sync up with Google Chromium to sync all my add-ins and stuff like that. I think there is a Google Sync with Chromium. I just haven't used it. Or got it working. I think the default stock from the repos don't have that, and I'm just lazy at this point. And I love Google. Google used to pay me good. Those were the days. Google these days are just cheap pimps. I don't know. It's just whenever I pull up YouTube, it's just such a bad experience now. Like, this sucks. Samtime's still amazing. If you haven't checked out Samtime, it's great. But like, this is awful. You got 3 videos, This is not with any of the YouTube extension plugins. You got this giant thing of shorts. You got 3 more, right? Giant thing of shorts. We're on the 3rd page and we've seen 12 videos in total on scrolling. This is the stock experience of YouTube now. God. It's awful. And honestly, I can see that, like, I just don't want to make videos, honestly, on YouTube practically anymore. Like, when I pull up my Creator Studio and I look at, like, the analytics, I'm just kind of like, back searches are not, people aren't searching YouTube as much. I'm just stopped making that many videos because I was just like, what's the point? The video views and stuff, I was just like, they're doing all right. Like, my recent ones are doing good, but like my whole back catalog is getting just completely demolished. Getting less traffic from search results, getting less from recommendations. It's because of how they just destroyed the user experience. And this is not just me. I've shared my analytics with other YouTube creators. It's across the board. Everyone's seeing it, from people at LTT to folks over in all of the home labbers are seeing it. It's a problem. YouTube, if they don't fix their stuff, it's gonna be I won't say it dies. I mean, it's the only thing, and it's the only game in town. It's essentially a monopoly, but they are forcing users to go elsewhere, probably like TikTok and stuff. So YouTube's just like, we're just gonna keep adding shorts to the main menu because we want to be a bad version of TikTok. I don't know. I feel like everyone at Google's just taking stupid pills. Yeah, YouTube always sucked at UI. It's just they've gotten so bad these last recent months. Yeah, if you're gonna go with YouTube on iOS, you can look up side loading, like you put YouTube plus, and then you can bypass all the ads. There's like Spotify plus. There's a lot of things where you don't have to actually have a membership anymore, and you can block all your ads. It's way better than Revanced. So for those iOS users, Revanced I think is more of a Google thing or Android thing. But yeah, check out those. Just look it up. You guys will get it. Yeah, the auto dubbing feature, and you can't disable it. Yeah, I don't think I have abilities of disabling the auto dubbing either. Oh, Spotify broke all modded apps. Oh, well, yeah, I think there was one we used to have on the utility that people added. We had removed it after it broke. Spotify updated their APIs. All right. So, let's test this out. I kind of am curious to see if this works. And then I also want to look at XDG Open, XDG Open default terminal. What does that look like? I think it's term. So if you look, let's echo term. Okay, yeah, that works. What do we have here? How is term being defined? What about X terminal emulator? Yeah, that's not gonna work. So if you just do term direct, Yeah, no, that's not the name of it. Because Ghosty's binary would just be Ghosty. Maybe resetting the term values would be okay. Let's save this out. Let's go sudo make clean install. And then we're going to also set this to be, there's a couple things I wanted to do. I wanted to show X screensaver too. So a lot of people like Omarchy screensaver, and I kind of missed my X screensaver more. Now, this is what I showed in the intro clip. I told you guys about how I wanted to bring in kind of a 90s vibe. An X screensaver, but like in a good way. So I think we can go into settings. And I like just do one screensaver, and I wanted the Gibson. It's just such a classic. So if you've never seen this screensaver, you're in for a treat. It's a little fast. One second. Let's go settings. Let's go FPS. Let's go with a little slower glyph speed. Yeah. Let's go a little bit faster. Yeah, there we go. All right, now. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know who created this, but it's one of my favorite screensavers of all time. I just absolutely love it in all its glory. It just makes me happy. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just an old man and I'm looking back at older times. I just like, man, this is peak screensavers right here. Best screensaver ever created, I think. I'm just saying, we're gonna hack the planet. Oh man, the 3D maze. I think they've recreated that. The old Windows 3D maze, flying toasters, all the OG Windows 98. I love it. Anyways, so what I do usually is set that up, and then what I would also do is if we go to advanced options, there's display power management here, and typically I would go ahead and set this. That's 2 hours and then 4 hours right here. And this works pretty well. So I would probably do a display power management with the screensaver, and that way your monitor turns off. But if you want a cool screensaver, you can do that, or you can just set it to that. So that's a good way of setting up screensaver. Another idea I had too for this is I got so many great ideas from Omarchy. Or Omarchy. The power menu, like making all this accessible for folks, is where I struggle, because it's all in my head and I know I just go to the terminal and type it in and I have it, but that's not an average user. I want to make it very accessible, much like Omarchy did, but I want people to see how good this is. I want people to have that stable, reliable experience that just works. Everything just works so well. And I want to say, if we go over to Rofi, do we have a power menu? So this is the power menu. Now this is just written by me back in the day. What if instead of a power menu, we make, well, this is fine. Like the power menu works and we can do reboots and stuff like that. But what if we redo the power menu into a settings menu? Now I know it feels like we're reinventing the wheel a little bit here, but in that settings menu, we can specify screensaver, launches. We can specify volume. We can do a lot. All the accessibility that's needed to set up everything. I think we can. Yeah, it was so clean for the walker menu. So instead of the walker menu, what I'm thinking of doing is making a menu like this, full screen, but it just dims the background and then lists everything. So you have a quick access control panel of sorts. Kind of think of, I think the only control panel I've seen that's pretty feature rich in Linux is probably OpenSUSE's, right? OpenSUSE has their version of a control panel, but even that is a little convoluted. I kind of want to make something for the end user here that would be reflective of this. Ashlyn, yeah, we did I actually have a quick shell repo. Now, quick shell is Wayland only, is it not? No. So let's look at, do we have quick shell already? I think we do, right? Oh, I didn't. All right, 1 second. Let's go gh repo clone quick shell. Is it AUR only still? Oh, quick shell gets in the chaotic AUR actually. Let's just install that. Kind of curious. Let's try out. Let's see if it works on Xorg too. I'm kind of curious, Ashlyn. So we might just get rid of the top bar altogether. Be kind of cool. 1 second, let me update my repos. Qt base, Qt6, Wayland. It doesn't look like it would be that much. Let's see what other packages it pulls in during the build process. That didn't seem like much. Oh. All right, 1 second. Let's remove quick shell here. What if we use the non-git version of quick shell? We could also build the binary and directly bake it in. Let's go back to just regular quick shell here. Thoughtfully crafted for Wayland. Built with quick shell. What is this? Curious. Curiosity's got me. I'm kind of looking at this shell. What is this? It's got a couple. Oh. That's got to be Hyperland, though. Yeah. See? I think quick shell. I'm almost certain quick shell relies on that, but let's see. We're gonna try to do. Oh no, actually. can we just specify that you are? Just always is defaulting to quick shell. Oh no. I thought I copied that, my bad. I don't think I can do this, but let's try. Okay, yeah, that did work. So we got quick shell, Google breakpad. Let's see during the build process what this looks like from the UR. I'm fairly certain this is Wayland only, though. Worth a shot, though. I'm just gonna see if it pulls in any other dependencies. Is the solution for the commandlet issued I experienced being built in the latest... which one were you talking about? Remind me, Christoph. What was the commandlet issue? Oh, yeah. I think Caleb actually did the PR. I don't think it's in the latest release. I think we merged the PR, but we haven't done a release yet. Yeah, the Winget thing. Yeah, I think we've merged it in, but we haven't done a full release yet. Oh, okay, yeah. Coding Wonders did the fix. Yeah. Because I think Coding Wonders and Caleb were both working on something on a fresh install using like microwin, and they wanted to launch and do a full-blown commandlet WinUtil run without having the GUI pop up, I believe. Because I think they had to add some like breakpoints and things like that in there. So it would not move on to the next. So it would just do program installs, then tweaks, then the rest. All right. Let's see what we got here. Everything looks fine. The dependency error we were getting when we launched Quick Shell before was Qt6, which isn't Wayland specific. Yeah. It'd be pretty wild. I mean, the only reason why I'm kind of entertaining this option is because I'm kind of curious. If we did like a DWM base, and then we did a quick shell base bar, like I could take out the bar we have here. That could add some flair to it without adding too much on the dependency side of things. So that's why I'm kind of like, maybe. Let's see, what do we got? Your system Qt libraries or version 6.92, but the quick shell and its plugins are built using 6.91. Or the reverse. I think it's the reverse. So if we go qmake 6 version. No, so we're using 6.92 and we need 6.91. Command for Pac-Man to switch to 6.9.1. That's gonna probably break a bunch of crap though. I don't really like that solution. And then you'd have to pin it in pacman.conf. Yeah, rebuilding it would be the way to go. So let's do that. Let's remove quick shell completely. I'm kind of going to, let's build it from source. I would think I would feel better about that. Let's just pull up, where is he hosting this thing at, by the way? Give me GitHubs. All right, he always using his own Git. Look at that. Okay. I think we could just use the AUR here. I think we just grab the Git from the AUR. It should build. Let's see. Yeah, right now we're using SL status. So we have SL status and then we have a sysbar built in. But with DWM, these are just patches. So I could unpatch the bar completely and replace it with a quick shell variant to give it that fresh coat of paint, so to speak. So users will be like, oh my God, look at this brand new system. It looks great. But in reality, they're using like some super legacy stuff from like 20 years ago. Now, having said that, DWM has been patched almost every year in the past 20 years, but it's one of the OGs from window management. Most window managers, you can source their lineage back to DWM. It's the best, I think. I know, it is the best. It's the best ever made. Just doesn't get any better. So now a quick show. Still no good, huh? All right. I guess we'll build it from source. Screw it. So he's hosting this direct? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is. Interesting. He does have a GitHub mirror. Not much in the way of build instructions, though. I think this person's a big Nix fan as well. So you got your 2.0 version that was released. Okay, here we go. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, why is this giving me? So there is X11 support, it looks like. Oh, okay. So we just add X11. Is that a build option? Oh, I'm sure you can do it. It's listed. Oh man, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, so I disable like Hyperland. I disable i3 sway. So then you do a CMake build with this one disabled, Hyperland disabled. You want to leave that, leave that, leave that. And then D-Wayland off as well. And then I think this would build an X11 version of QuickShell, which no one's probably ever done. So we'll configure it with the CMake and then just do a CMake install, I believe. Oh, actually, I think we just do a -- build right after this. So do the configure, then the build, then the install. So let's try this, strip it down to exactly just using X11. I think that's doable. Now, do we grab the Git version or do we grab the release version? I think we just grab the 2.0 release, right? Chris won't stop tinkering with his desktop environment. This is true. Don't draw dependencies like that. Oh yeah, I gotta try file pilot. Oh my god. All right, do we want to take a break? I think we got enough Windows users in chat. We could try file pilot. I was gonna look at that, Ozzy, using QuickShell as a panel in DWM. DWL sucked last time I tried it. But specifically NVIDIA users, I only tried it on my NVIDIA box in here. It probably works a lot better on AMD, but right now DWL doesn't work for crap on NVIDIA. You guys remember how Hyperland was in the early days? But Hyperland patched in all the NVIDIA stuff for Wayland, and it's fine now. So you can actually use NVIDIA great on Hyperland, and I have been. All my past streams that I've been on Linux with Hyperland and Omarchy, that's all been NVIDIA. All right, let's go. Let's just try file pilot for you, Phoenix, and for everyone else in chat that doesn't want to use the jank of Windows File Explorer. Like, who wants Windows File Explorer? It's just gnarly and gross. Ain't nobody want that. Let's go. Yeah, we'll just leave it here. All right, let's try some file pilot. Get file pilot, free beta. Now, the order of their full release, I think it's $40, right? Ugh. All right, so here's your standard Explorer, but file pilot is where it's at. All right, maybe is it blocked? No, okay. Let's open. Well, let's just move it to the desktop, maybe. Let's close out a File Explorer. Now let's launch File Pilot. Amazing. All right, let's try to launch it as administrator. Nothing. Well, let's just, did it not launch? File Pilot's great. It is only 1 meg, so that's pretty amazing. I broke it already. How did I break it this fast? Where there's a will, there's a way. File Pilot. Okay. So you can get the Essential for $40. Perpetual license. One-time purchase, lifetime use. That's a pretty Chad move. You don't see that every day in today's climate. We already got the standalone executable. Not working for me. Windows 7 Plus, x86, 64 only. Well, what happened here? All right, well, let's try and launch it from terminal, see what's going on. Sometimes they did like a /? Maybe. Nothing. Huh. Yeah, I got nothing on File Pilot, man. It broke it. It's gone. Kill it? I don't think it's actually running, though. I don't see a File Pilot running in memory. If we go into details, track by executable, I don't see a File Pilot in here. You know what? Let's just reboot. Maybe there's a issue there. Maybe Defender? But usually Defender would flash at me, right? I like breaking things. You know, that's it. You know, that's kind of what I like doing. I love breaking things. That's a home run. Yeah. Let's just restart. It's the Windows user solution to everything. No bueno. Do we have automatic sample? Yeah, we don't need samples to on and off. All right. Memory integrity is off. Sure. What else do we have in here? Protection history. No recent actions taken. Do we have... Let's go update, maybe. Oh, this is LTSC. We're in LTSC, guys. I bet you there's a dependency that's missing and it's not working in LTSC. Oh, that's why. Playing New Vegas, man. I love New Vegas. One of the best games ever created. Definitely top 10. Oh, love it. So I think File Pilot's Windows 10 Pro and Home only. And there's some dependency that it's probably missing. Ah, crap. Yeah, it says I'm on LTSC too. Which version of LTSC are you on, Yaz? I am on IoT 24H2 Enterprise LTSC. Same as yours. God bless it. Well, that's not helpful. All right, fine. Let's restart again. But not in a VM, yeah. Yeah, this is mine's a VM, of course, but I mean, it's only a 1 meg file. Should launch. Should it not? Everyone in chat's like, it's working for me. I apparently, leave it to me to find a way to break something. I always do. Like, even things that are like, this disk node can't be broken. I'm like, oh, you sweet summer child. Let me show you how to break things properly. Yep. I guess we can try Windows 11 Pro. Shut this bad boy down. All right, fine. Well, we'll just create a new one. I think we have a micro win in here anyways. I think I did a micro win for my brother-in-law. He came over. I had to redo his computer because he wanted to play Battlefield and he didn't have secure boot. And I'm like, bro, we're gonna have to wipe it out. And he's like, no, I got all my stuff in there. And I was like, bro, we're just gonna have to copy it. I have to set it up. And then as soon as I did it, he was like, yeah, it runs like way better. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't think you've gotten a fresh Windows install in like years. Man, it's funny. All right, let's go microwin. I had 2 microwins. Oh, we'll do this one. I think it's fine. Oops, Alma Linux. Man, I haven't done Alma in forever. Let's give it 16. All right, 50. Let's go 24 H2 micro win. Let's do a customize topology. I gotta find the default setting for this. I'm so sick of changing these. It always screws up the topology. But whatever. Nah, we disabled TPM anyways. Who cares? Microwin does it by default. Battlefield. Man, I gotta say, okay, that will live in infamy. I didn't even notice whenever the green screen fell down during that whole Battlefield one. It punched a hole in my door. I didn't even realize it until my wife came in and she's like, how the hell did you punch a hole in your door? And I didn't even notice it. It's kind of like on the bottom left-hand side. And, yeah, I was like, oh, God. Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it. That clip, chef's kiss, by far the best clip ever done on the channel. The Battlefield 6 Rage clip. Ah, so good. Everywhere I go, I cause distraction, physically and mentally. I can relate. Oh. Oh, man. Oh yeah, it's September, by the way. So if you want a cheaper subscription right now on Twitch, I think you get them for, what is it, $3 or $4? How much are they now? Does it count on gifted subs too? Let's see. Oh man, my hair is crazy. How much does it cost? It's a little bit of a savings. $5. So I guess it's normally $6, but now it's $5 on a gifted sub. But I thought regular subs are cheaper. All right then. Inception time. Sorry, I had to look. Why is the stream 160p? 160p is the way to go, man. Yeah. Refresh. Refresh is the solution to your woes. Or yeah, 160p upscaled. Now that's big brain right there. Well, you can also do Chatterino, man. So you can do like pull in Chatterino and then do a stream link, and then it'll pull it in so you have your chat on the left hand side. Chatterino, man. So you can do boom, and then you have it all right here. So then you got your chat over here and this over here, and you can bring that up. Boom, 2x Chris. And then you don't have to use a browser. Ugh, dirty web browsers. Who uses those? So this is the way to watch a live stream, in my opinion. No browser needed. I don't think I get any ad revenue from this, but whatever. User experience, top notch. Will it skip the ads? I think it just puts in like a purple screen in place of the ad, because it essentially just grabs the stream from it, and since it can't detect anything from the browser side, I think it just says ads are currently in place. So
the dude abides.
Ashlyn, thanks for the resub. Tier 1, 13 months. All right. Chris, if I want to send messages to Twitch and YouTube, you send it through Chatterino for Twitch and then manually again in YouTube. I use something called StreamerBot. It's made by Nutty. He's a YouTuber, but man, Nutty is like, he's the bee's knees when it comes to streaming. He made StreamerBot, and everything's local. Like, people use like crappy things like Stream Elements and Streamlabs, slobs. Ugh, gross. Like, what are you, living in the past? You Neanderthal, you need to stop that. Get with Nutty, get with StreamerBot. This will change streams. Like, I absolutely love it. I use about 3% of the features on this thing, but it has combined chat in its own window. That's just amazing. You can do commands, so you don't need to do a whole bunch of like web bots and crap. Nay. This handles it all, man. It's so good. Oh, I love it. So anytime I get a chance, I usually try and donate to Nutty just to kind of keep that project going, because man, it's so good. How we doing on our install? Still cracking along. What do we got here? The browser caption. Oh, man. Tails, I think you got knocked from the clip leaderboard too. I think Rux took you over. Hi. I always thought it was kind of creepy how Microsoft did these texts on the intro. Like when there was, I think it was 1809 update, they did the creepiest shit ever. They were like, your files are exactly where you left them. I'm like, what? You're looking at my files? What are you doing in the background exactly, Microsoft? And then the funny thing about 1809, that update, this has probably been 4 or 5 years ago now. That one was so hysterical because it said your files are exactly where you left them. And then on certain instances, they had problems with storage sense and it deleted all the files. all the documents and desktop files. Oh man, it was such classic Microsoft. Like you couldn't even make that up. Oh my God, I was just dying. I mean, I was laughing to keep from crying, but at the same time, it was pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, was that 2016 for 1809? No, 1809 was like 2018, right? I know my Microsoft versions pretty darn well. Yeah. Especially the updates that caused me grief. I remember. Yes. Oh my God. So bad. All right, let's grab Vert.io EXU Fedora download. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Stable. Guest tools. If there's one thing I'm good at, is I've always been very good at Googling stuff. I think most sysadmins are like next level Googlers. Yes. Finish the spice driver. Perfect. All right, let's get dark mode in so chat doesn't yell at me. Actually, just gotta do a few changes here. Do you think it was because I turned UAC off? I bet you that's what I did. I bet you that's why it wasn't working. I've noticed like Crystal Benchmark doesn't work for shit too when you do that. I bet you that's what, oops, Fat figured that. Oh well. Here we go. Go dark, tweaks, dark theme, Bing search, recommendations. Let's do that. Task view, center, task button. Let's go standard tweaks. Get rid of the restore point. And let's go classic. Before we run the tweaks, I want to download File Pilot really fast. Let's get the free beta. Come on. There we go. File Pilot. Broken. I broke it again. So that leads me to believe File Pilot doesn't like UAC being disabled. Really? Oh man. So I bet you we do this. No. No File Pilot. Dude, it's just not launching for me. Blocked? No, not blocked. Digital signatures? It's signed. Huh. Run as admin? Shouldn't matter. Well, shucks. Well, let's just restart, I guess. What am I doing that's breaking File Pilot? See, this is why, like, when it's core system functionality like an Explorer, typically I just don't like installing anything other than, unless it's Linux where you can actually choose, but you're never going to get rid of Explorer running in the background. And this always works for me. Where that's when you have something like this, like a supplemental package. I don't know, what the hell? Yeah, I can't tell you what I'm doing. Just maybe it just doesn't like VMs. Yeah, there's probably some janky thing going on there in the background, maybe. Couldn't tell you. Oh, I guess we could try Event Viewer. Here, we'll relaunch it and look at Event Viewer real quick. It might have security against VMs. I mean, I don't think they really wrote anything for that. Let's double check Event Viewer. I don't see anything. As far as administration events, just some CERT errors. Nothing really to be concerned about. Maybe license activation, but I don't think that really matters. We aren't using an active version of Windows. Yeah. Yeah, we got a TPM issue. But again, CERT errors and TPM shouldn't affect a file browser. So, I don't know. Maybe it's something with my VM. Maybe it's something with that, but... well, File Pilot. Sorry. Cool project, though. I'm sure it works on bare metal. Just something with my VM it doesn't like. Yeah, I don't think I have TPM loaded, but I just did a bypass. It's not the big deal. It'll just say run, but it doesn't actually give an error when I run it from terminal either. So weird. Could just try a normal Windows 11 ISO. That's true, but I don't want to sit here and wait for like an hour or 2 hours while normal Windows installs. I don't really care that much. Yeah. So, interesting. Anyways, back to what I was doing anyways. I kind of wanted to get going with... I kind of want to try Quick Shell. Let's try and build Quick Shell out with X11. I did want to try this. I think this would be fun. I do want to try like a stable release of this. He's only done 2 releases of Quick Shell. So I'm kind of like wanting to grab the official 2.0 release. So I feel like that's fine. Let's go GA repo clone. Oops. Did I not copy? Oh, Do I have a build directory? Let's go make directory build. All right. And then I want to make, let's go build MD. Yeah, don't leave us hanging. Yeah, it's not my fault. It's not my fault it didn't work. Sorry, but if a file manager can't work in a VM, it's not the file manager I'm going to be using. I don't care how good it is. It's not good enough to work on a VM. It's not good enough for my machine. Take that to the bank. Sorry about you. Cool project, though. We're going to grab the CMake right here, and then let's add some flags. So out of the flags we wanted to add to this, let's not build it for Wayland. We're going to turn Wayland off. We're going to the WL roots layer shell. We're going to disable that as well. So we will not be using WL roots at all. We're not going to need this. Again, more Wayland stuff. We're going to turn all of this off. It's fine. We're going to leave DWM or X11, Pipewire, Sys-Tray Notifier, Empress, PAM, D-Hyperland. We're going to turn that off. And then we will also turn off i3 Sway, IPC. Ooh, actually though, I think we might use some of the notification services. So we might have some overlap here. I'm actually going to build it with that. Won't actually disable that. All right, now let's see what we get. Take that to the bank. Wasn't that a quote from Hard to Kill with Steven Seagal? Yes, it was, Big Red. That was a good catch. Oh, man. So great. All right, we got our build. Now, actually, I think we go into here,
Yeah, well,
and then actually let's go back. Jumbot, thank you for the prime sub, sir. All right, we're gonna go CMake build. All right, now we'll build it. So we've configured the build. Now we're doing the build, and then we'll do an install. And I believe, oh, that should get us what we need. But no, I don't think very many people have ever built this for X11. Most people using Quick Shell are doing it in Wayland. So I don't anticipate this working, but it does look like the functionality is there, maybe. So it's worth a shot. The Seagal movies were fun back then. Kind of cringe now. Man, there's no kind of about it, bud. Seagal, man. He put on like 200 pounds, and now he only does kung fu sitting down. And then if he has to do any kind of manual labor, like drag somebody, they're like, just hook up a wire to the guy. It's so bad. What's the guy? I think it's Ice Poseidon on YouTube. He does all the new Seagal B-movie takedowns, and it's just hysterical. It's like my guilty pleasure of watching. It's like Jerry Springer of today is Ice Poseidon on YouTube doing Skull movie reviews in 2020. It's hysterical. All right, it looks like we got that. Now I think we just do an install of the build. Okay, now we got quick shell installed. And if we go quick shell, huh? What happened here? Quick shell's right here. Let's just launch quick shell directly from here and see what happens. Do you think me doing SL status and the no hup is causing problems? Because that was kind of weird. Anyways, let's go quick shell. Nah, there's something in the actual code that prevents it. I don't think it was ever built with 6.92 in mind. Huh.
Yeah, well, the dude abides.
Sad face. All right, well, let's remove quick shell. Dragon Skies, thanks for the prime, man. Or 23 months, damn. Have I been streaming that long? That is wild. All right, we're going to remove quick shell. Trash empty. Yes. It's been a while since I did the trash. Okay. Quick shell's not going to work for me. That's okay. Goodbye, quick shell. I've kind of enjoyed Ghosty. I think it's working a lot better. Oh man, Rux, yeah. It's been a while. I can't believe. I think I started originally in 2020, and then I've taken like a couple years back. I was like, I need to focus on YouTube videos. Well, that was a mistake, but hindsight's 2020. I don't think I have two QT versions. Like if you look at QT6, wait, what's happening? Maybe I do. Wait a second. What is happening? Do I have two QT6 versions installed? So there's a 6.92 here. All right, time to nuke stuff. What you all have waited for. All right, we're gonna just remove a few packages. And by a few packages, a lot of packages. I don't see anything in here that's really needed, though. I mean, this is quite a bit to uninstall, though. What do we think, chat? Should we blow this out? Yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is a lot of packages to just flush down the drain. Oh well, let's see what happens. 327 packages to be precise. Yeah, I think it's time to break stuff. I think it's time we start flushing some stuff down the. Let's start minimizing. We're back on DWM. We don't need anything. We don't need any of this newfangled, crazy tons and tons of packages to install. We don't need none of that. We just gonna go through and start ripping out with a sledgehammer. Just full on. We're gonna make Arch great again. You damn Skippy. Let's go. Xork is bloat for TTY. All right. What other Qt6 packages we have in here? So that cut it down by good margin, but it's still all 6.91. Let's see. What about an upgrade? Let's see if this updates. What are we updating exactly? Why do we have these installed? Why do we have VLC installed? Yeah, let's get rid of VLC. Okay. What else we got? Let's just start going. So let's just do a full queue. Do we have any other whaling crap hanging around? We got Wofi, WO Clipboard, WO Randar. What's the fastest way to start ripping out packages? Let's do a QM. All right, let's start removing all this extra stuff. Actually, there's nothing really here. Anything else? I feel like that's a good amount. Now, if we do another update really fast, let's see what else is it grabbing? Couple multi-libs, but nothing too bad. That's fine. I got UT, DLP. So this would upgrade it. I think we were just out of date, and that's why that wasn't actually building. All of our problems could have been solved with a system update. Oh, we got Chromium still too. Let's get rid of Chromium. Although, you think Chromium's a dependency on my web app situation? I don't think it is, actually. Oh, Mermaid CLI. And that's a dependency of Hugo, which I do use Hugo. So never mind. Okay, we're good. Let's update this. All right, cool. I still kind of want to go through and rip out all of the Wayland stuff, though. Yeah, I think we need to do that. We'll go ahead and update, but I'm going to go ahead and remove all the Wayland stuff as well. I feel like that's just so much added bloat. Oh, nice. How you liking it, Conan? Oh, Debian 13. Rock solid. It's not flashy, but it works. You can run Wayland apps in X. Really? Interesting. I kind of would just kind of get rid of it, though. I don't want to be mixing and matching the two. Unless it's like I want to decide to do that. So before we reboot, I'm going to do and rip out more. Yeah, I don't want to run a Wayland compositor on top of already running PyCom and Xorg. It's just added problems, I think. Added bloat, so to speak. Are you going to make a shortcut to WinUtil? Yeah, so we actually originally did a button for the shortcut, but then every single antivirus flagged us. So we ended up removing it. But you can just do like a shortcut to PowerShell with the command to execute. There's guides on the issues. If you look at one of the pinned issues, it shows you how to do it. All right. Yeah, so I think also, Bill, I kind of think this is already happening some, because there's certain times where things get kind of laggy, and I'm like, I want to remove all that stuff. And I want to kind of avoid doing a fresh install as well. This ain't Windows, it's Linux. And the beauty of Linux is you don't have like a registry that gets clogged up and it requires a fresh install. I think there's no reason to ever reinstall Linux. You got TTY, you got all these options available, and I don't ever see a point in ever reinstalling. Like, even if you break your bootloader and it won't even boot, you can just go to a live ISO and then relaunch that with, you know, chroot, get in there, fix it up, reboot back into Linux. So like, a lot of people I think are worried of doing like nuke 1,000 packages or whatever we're going to end up doing here. But I'm not really worried about it, because even if we break the install, Linux is so easy to fix. Like, you can't really break Linux. Like, trust me, I have really gone to town on Linux. And there's never a time where now I'm like, oh, I just got to reinstall. It's just completely broken. I can't do it. Every single time I'm just like, oh, that's okay. We can either time shift it. We could either just reinstall the bootloader. We could just reinstall this package and then it'll come back alive. There's never a time you actually have to do that. Yeah. And even if, like, let's say you screw up compiling the kernel or go to a bad kernel, that's okay. Again, you got chroot to fix it. So yeah, I don't see a point in that. No doubt. But like, Phoenix, I'll straight up call you out here, man. Look. Oh, oops. We've been on this version of Arch Linux for 492 days. Yeah, so we're well over a year at this point. Coming up on probably 2 years on a fresh install. And you see how much crap I install and all the different stuff we do on this system. Like, there's no reason to ever reinstall a Linux. I don't see a point in ever reformatting and throwing a new distro or doing that. It's just silly to me. Like, the whole distro hopping's fine when you first get started because you don't know what the hell Linux has to offer. And it's nice just to kind of bounce around and go, oh, I like this, I don't like that. And I think we actually did like a pros and cons list of Omarchy. And the cool thing about trying like Omarchy was, or Omarchy, or however the hell you say it. I always say it wrong. The cool thing about it is there's so much neat things that I haven't seen in other distros where I'm like, ooh, I should pull that in. Oh, I like that. And even though I tried it and I was like, it's probably not for me at the end of the day, it was really neat to see some of those tastes in different options that I haven't seen implemented elsewhere. So then I'm like, okay, well, I like those. Let's steal it. Let's take that and put it in the environment that I do like. So that's like what we're doing here, is just building out the system that I absolutely adore. That's perfect in every way. That's what we're doing. How is this OS still working after 400 some odd days? Caleb, I often ask myself that same very question. But it goes to show Linux literally is bulletproof if you have the knowledge. But do you have the knowledge is the question. Most do not. And I think that's when I think that it becomes a very big disconnect in the Linux community, where you get these Linux users that understand so much, but they forget how it was those first couple of years where you just kind of struggle. And that's why they're like, Linux is so easy. I don't know why anyone would use anything else. Yes, to them, because they already have the knowledge. But think of the Windows user. Like when I get into Windows, I mean, Windows is still very easy for me because I've used it for 25 years for 8+ hours a day. Like anybody that spends that much time in an operating system becomes a master of that operating system. And I think a lot of people miss that. The same could be said for Mac and all the others. It's just how much time you've been spending in it. So Linux, I think, is a little more complex. There's a lot more to know, but I think it's also more robust and cannot be broken, so to speak. Like the foundation's just rock solid. What's your opinion of bloom, chromatic aberration, and film grain and motion blur? They should die in a fire. The person that invented these, I hope, dies of syphilis or something, because I just absolutely hate it. It is the worst blemish on gaming ever created. Like, no one likes motion blur. I mean, you want motion blur? You know what? Let me just go on a little rant here. If you want motion blur, just run it 1080p or 160p, or go back in time. Plenty of motion blur back in the day. Like, why are you making really good? Like, maybe the only time motion blur makes sense to me is maybe a racing game when you're going 200 miles an hour. But motion blur in a shooter, you should be taken out in a field somewhere and put to rest. That's all I'm gonna say. I just cannot get behind any of those. Same with level of detail. Level of detail, awful. Terrible invention. Level of detail also needs to. And God rays. God rays awful as well. God, there's just so many problems with so many of the things. Honestly, you know what the biggest marketing disaster / con that gamers fall for? Even today they fall for it, and they hate this. They hate this. Everyone hates it, but it got pushed on us because they spent billions of dollars developing it, and they just are too far sunken, too much of a sunken cost fallacy where they're just like, we're too deep in it. We can't change it now. We've already conned everybody. LOD is not fine. It needs to die. Okay. But yeah, the whole RTX thing. I'm sorry. Games looked just as good 10 years ago when that didn't exist than they do today. You cannot sit here and look in the puzzle and go, look at the lights, how it reflects off, and then it does all this. It just uses 10,000% more performance to get that little thing that you're never going to freaking notice. It was such a scam. The whole thing was a scam. We should all still be using 1080 Ti's. If you were so fortunate to have that chat of a card. But, yeah, God, it's just awful. I can't. I mean, it's just like gamers are the biggest suckers in the world. I swear, like just corporations got a hold of it. Gaming corporations just like, man, we found the perfect audience. They will literally gobble up any piece of shit we crap out, and they will love it. And they're just going to hand us our wallets. And they're right. Because gamers do. They literally, you just slap gaming in front of it. It makes gaming faster. And people just love it. Oh, they just love it. They'll spend thousands of dollars to have worse experiences. And then they're going, yeah, you know what? It's not that bad. Really shows you the power of marketing. Anywho, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm having an old man yells at cloud moment right now. And I know nobody wants to hear this. I digress. I'm sorry. I'm going back to my little corner here. Let's finish with our purging of Wayland. Let's get rid. All right, now let's look for Wayland. Time to purge. We got to get rid of all of it. Everything must go. Nothing survives the absolute massive extension that we're about to embark on. Oh crap, missed that one. We're gonna just purge, and anything that says Wayland is going bye-bye. Oh no. No. We could get rid of X Wayland. Should we? I gave it a pass because it was X org, but you know. Did we get the lib32 Wayland? Yeah, let's get rid of that too. K Wayland. It just says Wayland, or it's going by. I can't with the Wayland anymore. All of it. Death to Wayland. It's all. Oh, that's a lot. 11 gigs? Are we doing a Linus right now? Yes, do as I say. Oh, that's move. We are totally doing a Linus. Yeah, Xorg is in there too. This is totally a Linus situation. Yeah, it's getting rid of like XDG, everything. Ah, okay, we can't do that. I was like, oh, geez, that's a lot. All right, let's see what do we got. I bet you Xorg Wayland is needed to some extent. No, it's not. It's not Xorg Wayland that's causing that. So what else in here would do it? K Wayland, maybe lib32 Wayland. What would do it? Nope. Out of these, let's probably maybe just Wayland package in general. Okay, that looks better. It looks like Wayland was a dependency for like everything, which is kind of weird. Like, why is it a dependency for Xorg? What kind of shenanigans are going on here? Oh yeah, Steam. Can't do that. If I was Steam, what would cause that? Probably Wayland protocols. Or QD5 Wayland. Let's see. Steam still there? Steam still there. EGL Wayland. Steam still there? Steam is gone. All right, so EGL Wayland is gone. Now, that gets rid of... Don't really care about anything in here, I don't think. Yeah. All right, so let's purge that. 55 packages. Let's queue it up again. Let's grep away. Now, what we have left over from Wayland is Wayland, Xorg Wayland, lib32 Wayland, EGL Wayland. And if we do an RNSC EGL Wayland, yeah, look at that. So EGL Wayland is a dependency of Steam. It's interesting. Sway BG. Yeah, I mean, we could get rid of Sway stuff. I don't really use any of the Sway, right? I think I actually use Sway NC though. And OSD as well. Because you got notification daemon. And then on-screen display. Which I think I use for... No, that's Sway. We're on DWM. We don't use that. So let's just get rid of Sway BG, Sway NC, Sway OSD. Yeah, those are fine. I'm sorry. Those are Wayland based. So now we just have these 4 Wayland packages. Let's reboot. What else we got? What else can we terminate from here? What's your opinion of DLS upscaling looking better than native res? That's bullshit. DLS doesn't look better than native res.
Yeah, well, the dude abides.
D4, thanks for the prime. Yeah. A DLS, essentially, you're using a lower resolution and then you upscale and essentially fill in the pixels in live real time. Upscaling is a performance gain initiative. It never looks better. And like it's been, you know, FSR, DLSS, you have open source projects that have come along. I think, what was it? Like I think Linus actually covered something last month specifically about this on a Steam Deck and doing upscaling. And like all these gaming companies have basically just pulled the wool over people's eyes. The hardware hasn't gotten very much better. It's just they can charge you hundreds, maybe even $1,000 or more dollars, and just throw some software in front of it and make it look like you're getting more frames. But those are all fake frames. A lot of times, most of the uplifts are in the single digits on these things. So people spending thousands of dollars to go from a 4,000 series to a 5,000 series, they're just suckers. And I probably called out some people in chat. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say that derogatory, but you may be a sucker if you went from a 4,000 series to a 5,000 series. All right, let's reboot. Yeah. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. People don't watch my streams to get cuddled. They watch my streams just to be like, whoa, that was a bad take. What's he gonna say next? I'm still on a 2060. Yeah, I got a 4070 Super in here. That's actually a pretty good card. All right, so we've purged quite a bit now. We should have done an initial package count compared to what we've slimmed down. Oh, the 3050, 4 gigs of VRAM. That's rough, Tommy. Hey, we got an ARC user in chat. ARC A580. What? How you liking that ARC? Are you on Windows? You on Linux? What's the ARC? I'm so intrigued by the Intel GPU. I mean, I'm not ballsy enough to go buy one myself. I just don't want to get stuck on that. But I admire people that try it. I am like, man, that person's got some cojones to try out Intel ARC and main it. That's... I tip my hat to you, sir, because... But if it works... That's the question. How fast should Omarchy boot? I mean, it depends. I mean, that's more of a Linux thing than a distribution thing. Man, quite a few actually in ARC. Ah, my ARC's currently doing my Gen 2 KDE system alongside of an old RX 580. It's actually been flawless. Man, I love hearing that. Yeah. What is the marketing behind ARC? It's not... Okay, the marketing behind Intel ARC is quite simple. This. It's not... AMD, and it's not NVIDIA. That's the selling point. And that's why I'm envious of those that try it. And if it works great, I think that's amazing. I hope it succeeds because God knows we could use a third player in the GPU one with the price fixing going on with AMD and NVIDIA. You just know a third player, while they're all probably buddies and whatnot, having more players in the space is just good for us as consumers. Intel's marketing, our CPUs fell off, please support us. That's okay, they're lobbying the government. They're gonna own 10% of Intel now. That's gonna end well. Anywho, all right, let's go. Chatterino. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we purged our menu. My bad. Oops. There we go. I think we're using Rofi for Wayland. I think we're using Rofi for Wayland, actually, because we purged all the Wayland packages. Okay. Hey, that slash worked with DWM, by the way. Sweet. Yeah, that's wild. Okay, well, that's gonna give us a good boost. Feels better already. Man, I'm really liking this system setup now. What else do we need to pull in? What did Omarchy do that this system doesn't? Let's ask that question first. So we got our cheat sheet now with bindings. We've got that. I feel like a control center of sorts would be, that'd actually be an improvement over Omarchy. Quick shell. Should we try quick shell again now that we're on a proper version? I think quick shell would work just fine now. Let's see. Like if you go, what are we getting? Grabs Q26 Wayland and then it grabs quick shell get. That's not that bad. So I'm kind of curious. Huh. That kind of works. Wait a second. All right, let's do a symlink. We're going to take this and we're going to put it in home Titus .config quick shell. We'll just put it here. Boom. Now let's do quick shell. What does that do? So that gives us our quick shell right here. Then we have volume. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3. What if no, it's launching an X Wayland. I think something's amiss. This feels weird. Do I want to mess with this? Because we'd have to discover the workspaces to integrate quick shell into DWM. Not that we could do it. Probably could do it. It does work a little different because DWM works off of, instead of workspaces, it works off of what's called tags. Essentially, they're kind of the same, but they work fundamentally different. So we'd have to integrate that in somehow. It could work. I don't know. Let's look at chat real fast. I don't think it's worth it. What does it give us? A fancy bar. That's what it gives us. Yeah, I know. Oh, come on, Phoenix. You don't think quick shell? Come on, you know you want to. Think of how good it is. It looks pretty. A pretty DWM? People won't even know it's DWM. It could be good. Could be good. Maybe. I think it's possible. How difficult do I want my life to be? But we do need a little flair. We need to add a little flash in the pan, so to speak, to get people interested. Because if you just look at this, the problem with the current setup is everything works great. Super minimal, everything just works. But it doesn't have that flash. It doesn't have that fanciness to it. And I'm trying to think of a fancy way to appeal to a normal user, as this is not typically appealing to the average computer user. You need more themes. We need to have 3 top bars, like the old Netscape days. Okay. Rux is fired from the ideas. Nord is not fancy or sci-fi. Yeah, using shortcuts is okay. That's why we did the key binding, so you could flip through and go, hey, I need to change window focus. How are we doing the tags? I probably need a built-in the tag. I got to fix some of these as well. But the idea behind this is, ooh, I need to add a few more things. Yeah, I need to change a few of those. But anyways, yeah, so you got the help bar with super slash. Probably add like a default desktop that kind of shows everything. Oh, polybar, no. Absolutely not. Oh no, someone created a poll. I didn't even know you guys could do that. Oh, do a control F search function. That way you can also launch apps. Yeah, that's what Rofi is. So this right here is essentially your search function. So then like whatever you're looking for, you could just type in and then go. So you can go like volume control, but that's also controlled Pavu control. So it searches both the title of the app, but also the actual binary of the app too. So Rofi's already got all the search. So that's already there, Bear. We have fuzzy finding. We have the basic search function. Oh God, chat's saying do quick shell. You guys really don't like my bar. I knew it. I knew it. It's looking like yes. That's not good. I think chat's just telling me we need to do a bar that doesn't look so archaic. I know you guys are right, but this one's just so baked in and normal. Yeah. Trying to think of a way. Yeah. You know, one of my favorite window managers, the very first window manager I ever did, was Awesome Window Manager. And it was great. It was all Lua based, actually. And I really liked the aesthetic theming of Awesome. It could really make it very, very powerful, but it was also rather minimal too. But it had ability to really tweak to your heart's content without doing C code. Now I'm just throwing it out there. This baking quick shell into DWM seems like an absolute. Yeah, I just think of that picture where I think it was like Jesus comes down to Noah, or Noah comes in the room and you see the thing with like an elephant head and a giraffe body and all that stuff. And he's like, what the F is this? That's what it feels like when you throw a quick shell into a DWM. I feel like you're doing that. And I don't think that's good. Yeah. Oh, I don't even know. Two choices, ray tracing or Wayland. Ugh. No, neither. Get out of here with that ray tracing. Ray tracing's for fools. I don't do ray tracing. Gross. All right. First off, let's look at Awesome Window Manager. What's that look like in today's world? Like, what's the latest Git version? Where's Awesome's Git at? Has anybody used Awesome in chat in the last couple years? Dude, they are not seeing very many commits. 4 months ago? Eesh. I don't like that. That is a bummer. Last release was 6 years ago. Damn. Bummer. Can't use that. All right, sorry. Just thinking back to my first window manager. Definitely not. Yeah. It's not a bad thing not having commits. Yeah, it's really stable. That's true. That's true. How many commits is DWM getting? I want to say more. But maybe not. I mean, DWM's pretty darn stable. And the patches that have come out have been very minimal. 6.6 is out, actually. So the last one was just released. So yeah. Answer your question is yes, it's still getting stable releases. Bump version of 6.6. Why did it get bumped? So the last one was in March of 2024. Should we patch ours to 6.6 and see what happens? What are the patch notes? You got avoid missing void. sync DRW to D menu, output function to override error, sign, make refresh for mouse and resize config option. That came after the bump to 6.6. So actually not too many commits there from what I see. Let's look at the Git. Not very many line changes though. I think this is probably the biggest one right here. Which I'm pretty sure that's going to break something. I don't think we'll get a proper patch on that, but maybe. What file is this grabbing it from? Looks like just DW. Oh, DRWC. Actually, that probably will patch. All right, let's patch it. Let's patch to 6.6. Because if we look, let's PKLSL status. Yeah, we're on 6.5 right now. Ah, man, this is going to break so much crap, though. Probably. Maybe not, though. I've had patches actually work. But you guys will get to see the patch. There's DWM. That's not what I need, though. I need the patch. Did they make a patch? I think we have to manually do it. Oh, shit. Oh. It's not that bloated. Yeah, everyone hates patches. Man, they haven't updated this screenshot in forever. Anyways. Oh, I hate myself. So let's go do this. All right. I don't know if they actually made... Do they do patches for bumping the version on DWM? I want to say they don't. Yeah. Left WM. Let's see. A tiling window manager for adventurers. I'm an adventurer. I like to adventure. Changed its config language from Toml to Ron. What the hell's Ron? Huh. Written in Rust. Oh, I like what they're saying now. Really? I wonder what bars it chooses from. Here's your... polybar. God, I don't know why I hate polybar. What's XMO bar, though? I think I remember lemon bar. What's this one? A minimal status bar. I don't think that's really an improvement. It's been around for a while, apparently. I've just been flying under the radar. All right, what's it written in? Let's see what we got. Let's look at the source. .hs. HS. What? Why am I drawing a blank? Haskell? Haskell. So the person's insane that made that. Okay. Moving on. No. We're not doing it. I can't. It might be okay. What's lemon bar? Let's see. C. Just plain old C. Yeah, let's just patch DWM. I just feel like DWM just never has let me down. And every time I look at something else, I'm always like, nah, that just doesn't, there's always something I want to change. For DWM, it's like, well, you can always just change it and do the thing. I just was worrying about it. I was like, man, I need to probably, don't want to patch that. Let's look at Titus. Do we have any PRs? No. A couple issues. Yeah, I need to redo, fix all this too. Yeah, DWM blocks a lot of people like too. It essentially adds customizability. You can do colors. Yeah, I mean, DWM blocks kind of makes sense. All right, jeez. I don't know. Can we turn on motion blur? Your 51 line page beauty. Oh man. You'll be setting up gaps next. God, Tabby, you're correct. You're correct. Should we try Phoenix's window manager? Although I don't even think you use this, do you, for your daily? Right? Do you actually use it? So you got a mod key in, setting up window. Does it auto tile? Probably not. Yeah. I mean, it's cool, but yeah, I mean, I would want like auto tiler. There's just so much to build into a window manager. It's cool that you can make a functional window manager of some sort in 50 lines. I mean, it's not practical though. That's the downside to this. To really start to build it out, you got so much you got to do. Like, how are you going to handle workspaces and tags and all that? Just, yeah. This right here. That's what I'm thinking right now when you said I can do it in 200 lines or less. Yeah. If you can, I'll use it. But yeah, I would need some kind of function because yeah, I think chat said interactive quick shell is probably what they'd go with. The one thing where I'm like, quick shell might not work is I don't know about integrating workspaces with it. That's the one where I'm like, maybe not. I accept the challenge. All right, man. You make a functional, practical window manager where you can switch between them. I'll load it up on my stream and we can go to town. When will you add DirectX online setup to WinUtil? I won't. DirectX not really needed these days. Everything's baked into Windows, and whatever game you're installing will install those dependencies. So you should not just blanket install a whole bunch of old DirectX crap. You'll see like Visual C++ dependencies and those types of things are already in WinUtil, so not needed. You're just wasting your time by installing that stuff. It'll never get used. It's like installing a bunch of .NET crap. I mean, honestly, the thing that blows me away about .NET I see all the time is I'm kind of like, why is everybody still using like .NET 4 and .NET 3? Like, that just blows my mind. Like, .NET's up to like .NET 9. So, I guess that's just what they know. I don't know. LinUtil's already here, okay. So, we could fix that up. I kind of want to look at this. Kind of don't want to look at it, too. It's like, what all changed? It'd almost be easier to add each patch. So if I was going to patch DWM, I would probably do this. I'd come into here, probably go to the Git. Where does it show? Yeah, I'd probably pull up Git DWM and then go from here and just slowly go through it. So for update client list, add it to a void, add missing void. So what this looks like would be zdwm nvim dwm.c and then update client list, be around, what was that, 1851? Looks like I already patched that. Yeah, I already patched it. Okay. So then let's go back, go to the next one. And instead I would just institute each one like so. Now I believe I can download this as a patch and then institute this. So can I just grab this and do it? There's a way to do this automatically. Now, I wonder, did I update this already too? Length X. No, I didn't update this one. So you can see the difference right here. We have this in parentheses on the X. This one doesn't. So you can see this one hasn't been patched. There's a way to do a diff patch on this though, and I export this file and then just have it do it with a diff get A, B, and then go. Can I just throw that in a patch file and then do it? Use JetBrains and you can create patches from commits. Really? Okay. So create a patch file from this commit. Give different methods. Ask AI. AI knows all. So git format patch -1 and then the commit code, and it'll generate the patch file. Or you can do a git diff between its parents. Since we're working off of a completely different branch and I've changed so many different things, that's not going to work. However, I bet we can do a git patch file. Let's do official DWM git clone. Let's create the patch file, and then let's try and patch it directly on our git, our DWM. Oh, I like that idea. Ooh, I want to try it. All right, let's go gh repo. Ooh. It will just do a git clone, actually. So we'll clone DWM and all the history. DWM. So we're on the master right here. Let's move to that commit. Format patch. Copy. So, that's cool. Did you all know about git format patch? Let's move 001 to first patch. I will go 1p 66.patch. All right. Now, if we look at that 1p patch, then we have the patch right here. Hey, I can't be wrong. I love it. So then we're just going to copy 1p. Oh, before we do that, though, we're going to come back to DWM-Titus. What did I do so far? Let's make sure we have a, just in case things break, we want to be able to easily go back. All right, lazy G, update. So then let's copy DWM 1p patch. We patch that right here. And then we just go, oh yeah, I've tried Flexi Patch. It's just a little bit too, there's a little too many patches in there. It doesn't feel great. And I tried Flexi Patch and it wasn't 100% perfect when I went for it. So all right, so we got that patch. I probably would do standard out the next time I do that. And just patch it there. Applying the patch. Preview before. So you can do a stat, then you can do a check, and then you can do an AM. Very cool. Let's push this to 1. Push that over. That's neat. So let's go get apply stat 1p. Wait, this still shows my, what's going on here? Oh, okay, no, we're good. All right, go get apply stat 1p. So that would be the changes. Okay. Get apply check 1P. DWMC does not apply. All right. Well, I think it should spit out a reject when we do our patch. So we go get AM 1P66. Ooh. So how do I do the merge doing... I've always done just straight patch. I kind of want to use the get approach though. When using get AM, I have a patch failed. How do I modify the patch to work? Ah, okay. Common workflows for fixing a failed patch. Use -- reject to see problem errors. Applies all the clean hunks, leaves a rejects file where the conflicts happen. Then you edit the files, fix them, delete the reject file. Oh, I like that. Okay. So then we'll do a get, apply, reject 1P66. Then it shows all the hunks that succeed. We have the one that's rejected here in DWMC, which totally get. And then we just look up the line 50 where it rejected the one hunk. So we look in here. Was there anything? I don't think it modified conf, so we're good. We'll just change that rejects, which in vim dwm.c.reject, and you'll see that it's just one line. That's easy enough. It looks like it applied. So length X right here. It's only right there. But it's just saying to delete that file. Yeah, so if we look right here, it's just saying delete the line. And that was the only rejection. It seems wrong. Okay. So you fix that. Clean out the rejects file that git couldn't apply, which we did. Manually edit the patch file. You could do that way, or you could just use the patch command. Now I've used the patch command a lot, but it's just like force applies way too much, and I feel bad about it a lot of times. Where the why I like this is you can do a get apply check. So I probably would just do this for a check just to see what happens if I were to patch it, and then I would do a get apply reject, and then just look for the reject file. Once I know it's just, hey, this isn't a nuke the world patch, it's only a couple lines we're having problems with, then I'd say, yeah, go ahead and create the reject files and force apply everything else. Then just go through, and then if we did everything right, we should be able to do a make. Yeah, and it's patched. Now, that's kind of cool. Yeah, we could remove the regex file now. So get rid of that. It looks like it's applied. Now I want to kind of spot check this because I've never done a patch this method but it seems like it worked pretty well. Let's go down to the DWMC right here, DWMC. You'll notice it did create this one, this patch right here. I'm going to go to between XAB right here on this define. I want to be able to see this length right below it. So let's copy this. Let's come into DWMC. Let's paste that. Okay. Didn't find that. Okay, maybe the space. What line is that? It says line 3. Oh, this is on this is on util.h. DWMC only deleted that line. So we're on the wrong file. So if we go util.h, and there's the new. Ah, man, that's cool. So sudo make clean install. God, that's neat. So then we created the patch file directly for this specific one, which was the biggest one out of all of them. And now we rebuilt. And if we look back through, I'm sorry, I'm just having too much fun with this. Makes me feel like a wizard. So this one was the big one, and then util C. Here's this patch. How cool. And then you just slowly go through each commit. And there's not that many commits with DWM, so this would be pretty easy to maintain. What's more important, school or VS Code? Depends on what you want to do. What grade? Let's see. That's neat. I do want to try this and relaunch everything though. Should we just give it a reboot? I think we can actually just kill the thing and it just relaunches. All right. Hot diggity dog. I like that a lot. Can we restore? I think it was this one. Okay, yeah. So we can just grab the commit, copy it. Actually, I think we just want the full commit. Ah, no. Just the full commit. And then if we pull in that history to clean up the flow, we would just do the format patch -1. So we go C DWM. This is the official. Then we go get format patch -1, the commit. And this time I want to output it. And we're going to put this one to 2p 66.patch. And if we look, we'll have 2p66.patch. That did not work. Do we want it? I think we just want a diff, right? That's what, get show diff. But if we format it, that's interesting. We might actually just want to do a raw diff this time. So we don't need all the metadata. Let's try a different way now. Instead of doing a full format patch, let's do a get show. Then we throw our SHA-256 in there. Is that actually the commit message though? No, that's commit. And then you can send that out. Now we can output to 2p66.patch. Yeah, there we go. Already got the patch file. Yeah, Samp, that was from earlier. So this is the new patch. We're going to do a second patch now. So I like the diff approach a little bit better with an output direct. We can remove this 001 patch. We'll move the 2p66 patch over into DWM Titus. Come on over here. Then we'll do a get AM check 2p66 patch. Oh, sorry. Get apply check 2p66 patch. Looks like it's fine. If we need to check statistics, stat, you can see we're just adding 13 lines, which is a very, very basic patch. Now, before we were doing a get apply. What's the difference between get AM and get apply? It's probably the biggest question I have. Difference between get AM and get apply. They behave quite differently. Get AM applies the patching, creates a commit with the original commit message, author, and date. Get apply applies the patch changes from your working tree only, no commit. Oh. So get apply mailbox patches, designed to apply patches generated by get format patch, where a get apply would do from diff files. Ah, so it's a little lower level. I kind of want to do the apply mailbox patch method now that I see it would include all the metadata from the actual DWM creator, so I know, oh, I didn't write that patch. Where if I do the get show out to a diff file and then I do a git apply, it's all going to show as me, which is not accurate. So it would be kind of nice to have that information in here. Yeah. I see the point in it now. So I really don't like the traditional git apply method now that I look at it. So let's remove that. We'll remove the 1P. Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, so now we have the git. Why am I not remembering the create of the patch? Yeah, format patch. Format patch. -1, the SHA. Grab that. It outputs it to 001. This is a full-blown patch to here. And this gives all the mailbox, all the commit, everything, who created it. So we can move 001 to DWM Titus. We're going to put tp66.patch. Then we're going to go into .DWM Titus. Oh, I like this method so much better for applying the patch. So then get AM instead of get apply. Then we just straight up do 2p66 patch. Huh. Why wouldn't that work exactly? Did it apply the patch? And if we look at the 2p66 patch, it should only touch util C. It did not just touch util C. Oh, relay supply still exists. Oh, do we not do a commit for that? Let's visualize that. I like using GitHub Desktop for just a visualization of everything changed. So we'll grab DWM Titus. So here's currently a visualization of what has happened. We have a DRW where most of the apply from the last patch. You can see all the changes that were done. We just have one removal here and then one addition here. Okay. So this would be first 6.6 patch. Let's not add that into the commit. Commit this, push. Okay, now we're working clean. We just have the patch file. So then we'll do the second patch now. Rebase of dash apply still exists. What is this? What? Why did it create the rebase apply? I think that was from a failed patch, and then we finally did the, hey, yeah, go ahead and force apply it with the rejects. Yeah, so we did the git apply. So I can probably wipe this out and it'd be fine. Right? Question mark? I don't know. Hell, let's give it a whirl. It's GitHub. You can't screw up. It's the beauty of GitHub. Huh. All right, then let's see the visualization of that. So then if we look at history first, then this is this one. Oh, cool. Okay, so now you can see the person that made the patch is now properly quoted in here for the application of it. Ah, that's so cool. So essentially we're just stealing that patch from the official DWM, porting it over, but maintaining who wrote it, and then putting it into the file. And it automatically adds the commit and you're good to go. Oh, that's so cool. God, I love that. All right, let's do another one. Or let's first compile. Before we get too out of hand here, let's just do a make sure everything's good. Yeah. Oh, neat. That is so cool. Okay, then we got our second patch done. Now we can port the next one. So we've gone, I'm sorry I'm nerding out here. I just think this is cool. So then we grab our next commit. Go Control C. Control C. And yeah, this one's so cool. I am digging it. So we go back to DWM, git format patch -1, throw the SHA in, it formats the patch, we move that patch to DWM Titus in the form of 3p for third patch 66.patch. Then we go to DWM Titus. We can go git apply. Let's check the stat of that patch now. 3p. You can see very simple DRW addition. We're adding 2 files. We can do a check to verify it with no output. There's no errors, no rejections. Then you just do a git am 3p patch. It applies it, adds the commit. You can see now we have another commit. Now we can just do a sudo make clean install. It'll rebuild, install everything, lazy G. And this would be patch 3 to 6.6 upgrade. Oh man, that is clean. Oh, I used to hate DWM patches, but now I think I love them because I can pull them directly and I'm not reinventing the wheel and doing line by line and trying to, oh, how do I get this exactly right? Wow, that is so cool. All right, let's double check to make sure everything's still working. That's just neat. All right. Here we go. There it is. Working perfect. Good night. I am in love right now. That's just fun. That's just so cool. All right, let's grab that one page we were on. So we already applied this one. And then we bumped the version to 6.6 right here. So this is just a straight version bump by Hito. And that's just doing it on the config. I mean, we've already done it. I kind of want to just see to finish it off. And then we'll kill SL status, do a final reboot, and then we'll be on DWM 6.6. Ah, cool. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks that cool, but it seems pretty cool. I'm just saying. So you get your DWM here. Then you do a git format patch -1, grab the exact commit, grabs the mail, everything. You move that patch that's been created by the official DWM team back a directory into my DWM. We're going to call this patch 4 version bump 6.6 dot patch. Oops. My bad. We put a space in here. What's wrong with me? All right. So we've created and formatted the patch. Come back, DWM Titus. All right. Then we have our final patch, P4 version bump patch. So we'll first, I don't even need to do, let's just straight up apply the dang thing. I don't even need to do a check or a stat. It's only changing the config.make to bump the version. So this is going to be git am P4 patch. And then it just bumps the version. And then if you look at config.make, you'll notice version 6.6. Done and done. Let's remove all patches. Done. Sudo make clean install. Then that's done. Lazy G. Finish the commit. Bump to 6.6. Final. Oh man. That is so cool. Yeah, it's like infinitely better, Coffee. So much better. Oh, that's so cool. So, like when we do the git patch, specifically, when we're doing it on the patch methods, the big thing was when the format patch does not work. And let's say you start to get problems. It was the reject that we have to do. So let's go with a more complicated patch. You do this rejects patch. So it does the initial commit as the creators intended it, and then it will create the rejects file. And then you just go through the rejects file, work out all the problems, finish with another commit, but you'll still have the original creator of the patches commit. And then you do yours layered on top, do a make sure you don't have any errors, and then do a commit. Now, let's say that commit is no good. Well, you can come in and just deny the entire thing. So let's say you're in desktop, right here. Let's say you're in here. You could have gone into here and just deleted this commit or revert changes in the commit. So let's say, oh, that didn't work at all. you can just revert all the changes and then go right back. So using Git, oh, so much better than the patch. I really, really, really dig it. So I would do, for official patches from DWM, let's say we're doing a version bump like we did here. Let's finish this. Actually, one more quit out. And then we'll launch back in. Okay, great. So now when we kill SL status, pkill SL status, we're on 6.6. One issue. Uh-oh. I think I killed Flame Shot. Oopsies. Okay, it's there. We're good. I was like, oh man, we don't have any Flame Shot. My bad. What about Synergy? Is that running? Oh no, Synergy is not there at all, actually. You just got Waynergy? Oh no, Synergy's there. So if we go, and we'll give it a reboot after this. I think it's because we logged out, logged back in so many times. I think it broke my Synergy. Yeah, it's currently saying it's running. It's not though. Let's give it a reboot. So the check's not necessary. The check just tells you if it's gonna have rejections. So if it's a clean patch and everything's great, check's gonna just be nothing. It's gonna just come back with nothing. But if you do have problems with the patch, it's gonna let you know before trying to apply those patches. The stat just kind of gives you good statistics like, hey, you're going to have 300 line changes. So you're like, oh crap, get ready. This is going to be a big one. But if it's like 2 line changes, you know it's something super minor. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. So stat and check are both just kind of sanity checks. Like, hey, what to expect for this patch? Where the actual application using like git am will apply according to the format patch, which means it's going to grab the original creator and it's going to apply that patch onto your repo under their name. So you're going to know, hey, this commit was not done by me, it was done by them. And then let's say there's a rejection on there. You could actually do a git am space -- reject and then your patch. And what that's going to do is it's going to force apply all the things it can from that big patch, but add reject files saying, hey, it's not done yet. So then you work through all your reject files, you delete those after you're finished, and then you do a commit on top of the official commit for whoever created the patch. Once that official commit's done, then you do your patch on top of it, and you should have a working project at that point in time. Is that rejects should be pretty minimal. Now, let's say it's a huge patch and things are just kind of broken. You might want to revert changes and just say, screw it, I'm not doing the patch. But Git's amazing because doesn't matter how bad you screw it up, you could always revert back to the old commit. There's never a time where you're like, oh, I've broken Git. I've never seen Git ever get broken. And trust me, I have tried. I have really tried. Like, I have broken Git or tried to break Git so many times, and it's unbreakable. It's like one of the few things I would say technologically I could never break, which is kind of impressive. Yeah, it's setting its own Plymouth theme. We probably should fix that. It's just so cool. So, man. I don't know, y'all. I'm feeling really great about that, though. So we're on 6.6 now. We've already applied all the things and bumped it. Barrier Team actually gained fame, moved on to, I think most of the people that are doing it are using Input Leap now. So Input Leap's very good. Synergy just gave me a version 3 license, so I essentially got it for free anyways. And I was like, sure, Synergy has a nice little GUI, but I was fine with the comp files from Input Leap as well. So Input Leap, if you want to stay completely open source, would be the way to go. And their team out there is very talented. So that would be my recommendation. Can you break the Linux kernel? Well, the Linux kernel is compiled, so it either compiles or it doesn't. And once you boot into it, you're fine. And typically you have multiple kernels on your system. So you can totally do this a bunch of different ways, where you could always revert back to a kernel that did work. Let's say you built a new kernel and you broke it, no problem, just use your old one. So that's usually a problem. And let's say you deleted all the kernels. Well, that means you just got to go chroot into it from a live ISO and then build a new kernel. So that's a whole bunch of fixes that you can do there. Opinion on Android removing side loading. Yeah, what the hell, Google? I think everyone's like, what? Android? What are you doing? Like, Apple is literally got sued because they didn't allow side loading, and now they're getting forced to allow side loading. And now Google's wanting to remove side loading? It's like, what is happening? It's crazy. So stupid. But yeah, I mean, anything can be broken for the most part, except for Git. I think I gotta start saying that. I think anything can be broken except Git. I need a t-shirt just says anything can be broken except Git, because Git it's the king for a reason, you know? So good. Oh my God. Absolutely love it. So we got this, we reprogrammed that. I think the big thing I need to do, let's go to DWM.Titus. Let's make a roadmap. All right. So for the roadmap, where are we going with DWM Titus? First off, making a control center for various tasks. You got music, volume. All right, we'll just put volume in one, actually. Volume, networking. And we'll probably do like a Rofi based menu, much like we do our power menu. I'm gonna just add those in real fast. Design improvements. First off, theming. Second, maybe bar improvements. I don't know what we're gonna do on the bar improvements. I like the minimal look and feel of this one, but I know that's not for everybody. So I gotta think up some other methodology for that. Yeah, I just type power off, but I mean, we have a power menu baked in, so SH? Nah. Oh, how am I launching that? Oh, let's check our hotkey. Control, oh, super control Q. So if you go super control Q, you got your power menu. So you got lock, standby, log off, reboot, and then power. So we already have that. And we're gonna bake in a new control center up here. And the idea behind all this, let's say, mission statement. Minimal at all costs. Do one thing and do it well. No bloat, no unneeded dependencies. Keep it stupid, simple. Kiss. So that's the idea. I don't want a bunch of stuff running in the background. I don't want a bunch of extra bloat. So next up on the agenda list to do, fix install script and make sure all dependencies are getting installed, fonts, programs, etc. We need to do Plymouth screen. Currently, yeah, it's not really doing anything, but we should do it. Plymouth screen, X screensaver, Gibson setup, auto setup probably. Keep it simple, stupid, or is it stupid, simple? Keep it simple, stupid. Wait, which is it? You're making me second guess myself. What do we got? Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, thank you, chat. I've been doing that the whole time. Holy crap. Okay. We'll remove the question. All right. Keep it stupid. Y'all are just gonna let me roll with that. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Yeah, keyring unlock issue. So that's another thing to work through. Oop. Yeah. Let's go. Keyring unlock issue. i3 lock screen fix, maybe? Question. What else do we have? Keep it stupid, stupid. It's fair. That's fair, Ashlyn. Yeah, so thinking of anything else. What else do we need to add to this system to be perfect? And we'll bake all this into Linux utility so you can kind of go. I'll probably keep my own taste to it on the install script, but not. I don't want to choose things like password managers and those types of things. I want the user to install those. So I don't want to be quite as aggressive as Omarchy is with the installs. And I just want a simple setup. Stupidly simple. And that's kind of the idea behind all of this. Very, very stable, very, very minimal. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can think up here. So far, I really like all this, though. And the system's feeling great. Like the flying around, it's just very, very nice right now. I really have missed my DWM. And the patches actually going from 6.5 to 6.6 were not bad. That was actually pretty easy. Doing the patch guide. I do want to run a patch guide really fast. Let's go Z DWM Titus G roadmap pub. All right, we'll publish the roadmap. Let's go over here. Do we have any? Yeah. Patching programs from forks. .markdown. Let's go in Vim. It could be Windows. It doesn't really matter. Git. And we're gonna make this nice. Create a patch file. So for creating the patch files, head of the project that you want patched. You're gonna do a git format patch -1. Let's go all caps, commit SHA. I'm gonna do like some hyphens so people know not to just paste that. So let's go to, it's kind of harder with DWM to explain, so I'm not going to use it. But let's say we have another project. You would grab, I want to say this right here. Copy full SHA. Yeah, let's bring that a little closer. Kind of want to see if this, one thing I don't know, let's grab this, really highlight, double highlight. All right, so we copy that to clipboard. Does my file name still work? This is a question I don't know. File name will be git SHA. Did that still work? Let's see. Dude, it did. Oh, nice. There it is. Oh, man, that worked out great. Okay, cool. So then we got our git SHA webp file auto created and patched in. So that creates the patch file. Move the patch. Okay, actually, this is going to be patching. Yeah. Oh, man. There we go. Patching the original repo. So this is going to look, check the stats, and if there will be any rejects from patching. Stats. I saw something the other day and someone said you shouldn't use AI because you'll never learn the commands. If there's one thing we can say about today's stream, I learned a thing or two thanks to AI, and this does, I do remember the commands, which is kind of awesome. So apply stat, boom, there it is. Check for rejects, boom, get, check, bam. Look at that. Now, I did have AI just fill that in for me, but I do remember the commands now, and that is so cool. A clean patch. All right. And then that would be patch file. So we've done the clean patch file. If you have AI, why learn the commands? Fair point, Bill. Fair point. But when you're on terminal, sometimes you don't have AI there to fill it for you, so it's kind of nice to know them. I know you're just kidding with me. I know you're just messing with me. But so cool. Apply a patch with rejects. This is going to be get am dash reject file name. So note, look in the directory for any dot reject files and manually fix the lines that did not get applied. Applied with a Y. Come on, Chris. Boom. There it is. And we do need a patching program from Forex. Wow, man. No walkthrough video here. Nobody's going to care about this except probably me. But damn it, is it cool. And I want to make sure I have notated this somewhere so I have the knowledge, because I will forget. So let's make a little thumbnail image here for this. What should we make the image? Oh yeah, I know what to do with this. Let's go. What are you doing? No, go over there. Ah, man, it feels good. I know I've said it a billion times, but it feels good to be back on DWM. Maybe I'm just like an old man. I don't want to ever switch again. I'm just like, I gotta have my DWM. It's ruined me. Whoever showed me this, I think it was Peter Jensen that did it. It's just his fault. Enhance. Here we go. I probably should do this offline, but you're just gonna have to see it because yeah. Where's my screenshots? Do we have screenshots? Yes. So you got Swappy. Those are not recent. Where did it save it to? All right, let's remove shortcut. Did it do it to my network folder maybe? Don't remember where I put screenshots. Oh, what? Maybe it was under like video production? Oh no, maybe it was over here, one more up. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Now we're in business. Okay, here's screenshots. My bad. All right. 9-1. Boom. Nice. Ah, beautiful. Scale that up a little bit. Let's go 1200. Let's go 1500, I guess. Nah, 1400. Nah, 1350. I can never make a decision. Yes. Boom. Nice. Get, apply. Nice. And I wonder if this still works. We worked so hard on this. I'm kind of curious. Yep. Works great. Nice. There is our page. File, save as. Dude, this is working great. Oh, I feel so good. Ah, I love it. Okay. So we got all this. We've saved it. Probably scale this image down a little bit. Let's just go with a width of 600. Scale. File. Export as. And get apply. Actually, let's go just directly in to images. 2025 thumbnails. And we're gonna want this. Export. Export. Done and done. Now we have learned, and other people can learn too. Update. Publish new, get done. Ah. Thoughts on SXWM? Now, Con, I think that was the one with DWM, wasn't it? I swear I thumbnailed this and I was going to come back to it. Window managers don't have to be difficult. Minimal, fast, configurable. I did star it. So features, tiling, floating, workspaces, fully integrated, mod keys. So it uses a config folder. Here's your bindings. I really kind of want to use something like this, but the problem I have is I know there's going to be like one thing it does that I won't like, and then I'll be like, crap, I just wasted all this time. I should have just stuck with DWM. That's what ends up happening. But let's look at the screenshots, because I want to say this one, when I looked at it, looked very, very pretty. It looks much prettier than mine. Where are the screenshots? Oh no, screenshots are gone. That was so cool though. I saw the screenshots for this. Let's go SXWM screenshots. Okay, not that. Let's go images. Who made this video?
Suckless's D.
Oh my god. Mental outlaw. All right. So, yeah. I kind of wonder what Mental Outlaw is using for a main. Yeah. There was a better one that I saw was a little more pimped out. Let's go SXWM. Let's go over to Unix. Let's go SXWM. Yeah. Here we go. Good night. Look at these gaps. That is the gap to end all gap. Bro, that is insane. All right, let's see if we can't find someone that... Oh my god. All right. 4x... What the hell's up with all the 4x3? Let's not go back to that. I lived that era. I don't want to ever live it again. What? You crazy people. Although I do like the bar at the top. What is up with that? No. 4x3 was not better. Gen 2 on a Threadripper. I mean, that's the way to go. At least you don't have long compile times. It's like a 2-minute build of the Linux kernel, man. That's not a bad idea. Man, these all look so weird. The one I looked at looked really nice. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's more like it right there. The SXWM, you got a little bit of rounding on the edges, but not crazy. Bar probably should be pushed up and downsized a bit. That's a little bit too in my face, but it's not bad. Very, very clean. That one's a nice one. Oh, this one's EXWM. Anybody ever heard of EXWM? Yeah. My right monitor is 1280 by 1024. Man, going old school. This one's using a lemon bar. See, I just don't like the addition of... Well, I mean, I already got another binary running on mine. This is SL status. I don't know. Just need to get over it, I suppose. Yeah, SXWM looks nice. Let's look at the code. So C, R off. That's kind of odd. That might be where it's doing its configs from. So you got your sources here. Let's see the patches. Not much in the way of community patches. Directional gaps. PBA deer. It's interesting. Images. Yeah. I think the big selling point here is like the hot reloading. Windows swallowing. Let's see. Do I have? I can't remember if I have swallow set to not. Let's go pictures. Let's just come back here. Pictures. Okay. What am I using for image viewer? Oh, geez. Yeah, no, I have swallowing on. So yeah, so that works great. EXWM's Emacs as an X window manager. Oh man. Oh god, I just finished kind of getting the basics of NeoVim down. Oh, I could not imagine moving to Emacs. It has taken me years of doing NeoVim to get like just some level of competency. So, oh, I couldn't imagine. Could not imagine. All right. What do we have? All right. All right.
All right. I think now we've got a good stable thing going. There's not too much more I want to do today because my brain's starting to kind of go and I'm starting to kind of just wander off into the fields. We did accomplish some good stuff. The patching, absolutely amazing now. Doing git patches, never using the patch command again in DWM, thing of the past. We're never doing that. We got, man, I felt like we've made some really good progress. I will say Saturday night we made a ton of progress rebinding the help keybinds menu to the Windows or the supermod / That's been great. Oh man, it's been good. It's been good. That was a lot. We still have a lot to go. I went ahead and made a roadmap on DWM Titus. I'm going to continue working on it. I know it's kind of an obscure project, but the thing is I really want to, this next stream, focus up and get an install script that everyone can use. So it's just click, click, and off, and you're going. You're never gonna have to worry about it. And it'll just install it, and you're good. So that's kind of where I'm thinking. So yeah, check about updating DWM. I really, really like DWM. I know a lot of people look at like all these other different window managers, but DWM's like the granddaddy of all of it. Like so many people have taken DWM and forked and made other stuff like Awesome Window Manager. That was originally DWM. I think BSPWM also came from it. I think Xmonad might be its own thing. It has weird key bindings. But there's so many window managers that had spawned from the original code of DWM that I always find myself coming back to it because I'm like, ooh, you know what? I would really prefer the windows to act like this when I open them. I really want this action to happen. And I feel like there's just no reason to use anything but it. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to Phoenix. You, sir. I'm looking forward to the Supreme Window Manager with 200 lines of code, with workspaces written in Odin. I'm ready for the future. I'm just waiting on you. So, Phoenix, when it happens on stream, you and I, we're doing it. Window Manager. All right, guys. Deuces, I'm going to get out of here. We're out. You know, my synergy still is broken.